hustle. Hustle.
The hustle.
The hustle.
The hustle, man.
The hustle.
I'm gonna let y'all know what it is. You already know it's the hustle. The hustle.
The hustle. The hustle.
What's up, everybody? We here at the hustle, the hustle, the hustle, the hustle, the hustle.
Yeah.
The hustle, the hustle, man. What's up, man, everybody? I'm your boy Fitz, man. What's up? We here at the hustle.
That's my man, Waterbed, and I'm your man.
Yo, get it right. If you go get it, it's little waterbed, bro.
Little Waterbed, that's my man, little
Well, you
Waterbed.
older now, so it's older water bed.
No, bro, that's my dad. Legendary, bro. We keep going through that,
He
man.
want to keep the legend. He want to keep the legend alive.
Oh,
Keeping the legend alive?
no, I'm not. I'm saying, dog.
This your boy Trell, a.k.a. Kelly, a.k.a. Trel, period.
What's that? Oh, Trail. Oh, I got to spell it. I'm slow, bro. I'm slow.
I got that from my boy Sanford, his son. I can't remember his name, dog. Sanford.
Yo,
This is
why
the
you doing
dad.
that? This is Vernon. You know, I'm live here, man, with my guys, and we got a special guest today.
Yo, you don't like the mic, bro. This is like the
no, I'm
50,000th
good. Ain't
episode,
I'm
bro.
good.
Nah,
You said
bro,
I'm
pull it
good.
up to you. I mean,
I'm
I
good.
know it's
All
a
right,
cylinder. You don't like cylinders near your mouth. I get it, bro.
Hey,
Yo,
come on, bro.
yo.
Connecticut made the whole joint weird, bro.
No, but I told you before though. I was like, yo, this
like
joint-
cylinders.
No, it do be uncomfortable a little bit though, yo.
I got it, bro.
No.
But we need
Yo.
the microphone.
Well, you
bro.
just used to.
Come on, bro.
No, chill.
You talking about cylinders near mouths? Hey,
no.
pause,
He just
bro.
used
I
to
just
stuff in
said-
his mouth.
Who?
You, that's why
I'm a
he said-
professional speaker. Mox
Hey,
don't.
yo, this ain't about us, bro.
No,
Oh, my
this-
God, bro.
this-
Like,
I'm a professional speaker.
And he
Like,
probably picked out blue. He said, I want blue.
yo. Hey, see, man.
come on, man.
I'm cutting up,
No,
bro.
I'm a professional speaker. I've been doing this for the last 15
All right, well,
years.
I'm
like.
just learning, man.
Yeah,
but I
man,
ain't
come
never
on,
gonna
man.
learn. I'm never gonna be.
You never
Yo,
but comfortable. You like
yeah.
real comfortable.
But yo-
Anyway, man, we got our man all the way here. I'm talking about Philly's best. Man, Anthony Lee is in the building,
Anthony
man.
Lee
Come
in
on,
the
clap it
building.
up.
Yo, come on,
Clap
clap
it
it
up
up
for
for
my
my
man in the
man.
building,
What's
man.
up?
Put your claps.
The claps, I don't know what's going on with the claps.
There you go. Claps for my man.
Man, we
Anthony.
got to keep doing
Claps
stuff
for
in
my man,
post-production,
Anthony.
messing around with
Let's
these clap
go.
situations.
Anthony
Let's
Lee.
go.
Man, listen, man, tell us about yourself, Ant, man. Tell us about yourself, man. Yes, sir.
Hold on. You diving too deep, man. Let me do a better
Go,
introduction
okay,
than
okay.
Anthony. You gonna tell about this? Why the fuck you diving so deep? Listen,
That's
guys.
what we supposed to do.
No, listen, you
I
diving
knew him
too deep
before
first
you
of all.
got me,
Listen.
Vern.
Yeah, I got you. Listen,
Appreciate it.
from the short time that I know Ant over the couple of years, this guy has been killing the real estate game, right? And let me tell you this: I've been in the business for a little while now, but Ant has developed a group of real estate investors. He has been helped sweeping the streets in West Philly in our community. He has been holding his events that's teaching people how to buy houses, sell houses.
Yeah.
He has been partnering up with a lot of people to do amazing things. He has been giving back to his high school. Is that your high school?
So it wasn't my high
It
school.
wasn't high school, but he's been giving
But if
back
it's
to
in the
high school
community, I'm
to
for
them,
it.
to them
Yeah.
snotty
That's what's up.
kids and them little bad kids. This guy has been crushing it. He is a real estate investor. He is a realtor. He is an ultimate entrepreneur. This is my guy. This is your guy. This is his guy, Anthony Lee.
Get the claps now. Now you need the clap.
Man, you need to clap. Where the claps?
They there, bro.
There you go. They a little delayed, but
And
it's
hold
good.
up, you don't know this about Lee, and he a dirty point guard because you didn't know that about him. Because no, because I knew it's his high
Did I
school.
kill the
You
intro?
killed
No,
the
you
intro.
did your
Nah,
thing.
that
I
joint
appreciate
was
it.
fire. It was fire.
And
It
Lee
was fire.
went to the West Catholic High
Thank
School.
you.
You heard
Yes.
the West Catholic High School.
I don't
You know what I'm saying? When we was back in the day running the hallways, like you know what I'm saying. It's that guy Ant Lee, everybody.
No, I appreciate it though.
Yes,
But yes,
sir, man,
Anthony
yes.
Lee, A Lee Real Estate on social media, licensed agent in Pennsylvania. I'm the team leader of the Good Neighbor Real Estate Group. You could just say they call me the doctor of housing.
The doctor of housing, I love it, man.
That's
That's
fine,
up. What's
that's
up, the
fine.
doctor of
That's what's
housing, man? What's up?
Whether you buying a house to live in for you and your family, or whether you trying to create another stream of income, that's one of the things that I'm really big on now that I'm a dad, I'm married. I'm all about creating assets to help sustain your lifestyle and grow your lifestyle without you having to work 2-3 jobs and miss time with being with your family.
Man,
you
it's
go.
crazy, man.
That's what's
Again,
up.
man, that's what's up. So again, everybody, if it's your first time, do me a favor because I don't want bald head over here. You know what I'm saying? We gonna box. I'm gonna tell y'all something like that. Hey, little Steph, get us on a wild one night. I gotta tell y'all this because we leaving the event last night, and me and Ballhead gonna box.
But
And
go
we
ahead,
gonna-
say your
I'm
spill.
gonna say my spill because I'm getting them ready for when we put the gloves on, and then I just change your life, right? But I promise you, right?
I'm waiting for you to say subscribe. I was just about to do subscribe and all that. Dog.
Yeah,
You like-
just like and subscribe
you
right
like
now.
A rock
Yes.
skipping in the
Hit,
water, dog.
hit the bell because Ballhead gonna get on me if I don't tell us to like and subscribe. If you're YouTube, thank you for joining us. Make sure you turn on push notifications because you don't want to miss the hustle, man.
You don't
I
wanna
promise
miss it.
you, man. It's some good stuff, right? Right. So listen, we got to jump into it, man. Again, we only really went for people who really the hustle is about how everyday entrepreneurship, man, like the real entrepreneurship. Like a lot of times, and shout out to all the major podcasts, but we always see, I'm talking about super millionaires or really big people that are untouchable who might not be still in the hood every day or doing a lot of things that some of us are doing. And we wanted to make sure that the guests would get a real account of what it takes to do what you have been expert to do. So it's a lot that you're doing, man. But let's first hear about your story, right? So, like, when did you get into, let's jump into, like, when did you even start becoming a realtor? Like, what did you do before that? Like, let's start with the
I got
early
you.
years.
So the quick background of it is always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I always had different businesses. So for me, it was I went to college, I got a job, I did everything they told us to do, and I got laid off 2012.
Wow, okay.
New Year Day. I was the newest member on the team, so I was the first person off the team when they had budget cuts. New Year's Day,
Where
I
was you
walked
working
in.
at? What was you doing?
I was doing sanitation at the time.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
I do have a bachelor's degree in early child elementary education, but I was always trying to get to the dollar and get to it faster. So I took a sanitation job. I'm seeing these dudes making this money, making $25 an hour at 22, 23. You like, oh,
That's
That's
big
good
money at
money.
that age too.
you right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bet. So I start making that money for a couple months, and then New Year's Day, I'm coming off the holiday. I'm like, yeah, bet. I'm cool. It's a new year.
Right.
They like, yo, kid, we need to see you in the office. Whoa, we ain't even do rounds and start stuff yet. I can't go check the truck.
Right.
They like, yeah, you need to leave your keys right here, and we need to come talk to you.
Yikes, okay.
So
man.
so from there it was like, cool, bet. That was the best thing honestly that happened to me. That was when Obama was in office. So I took that time. I said, Mom, I'm betting on me. I used my unemployment to hold me over. I still was living in my mom's back room. At the time while I had the job though, this was like the key piece I didn't realize. I bought my first property. I bought a duplex
Oh, wow.
at 58th and Spruce.
Okay, wow. Okay, hold on. So we don't pass through that while you were working, right? Now, this is where you the doctor at. So, like, what? Because we got a lot to pick from you. Because I believe this episode is going to be real powerful. Because a lot of people are not buying property just because they're ignorant, not because they don't know how or they don't know how, but not because they cannot, because they don't know how, right? So, was it FHA? Was it?
So it was.
Okay.
So
for those who know, can you tell us?
So I got you. So for the everyday person, even if you don't know if you want to be an investor yet, everybody should own real estate, right? Because the thing with owning real estate, whether you live in it or don't, it's an asset that you or your family will benefit from.
Okay.
So the first time home buyer or the average buyer, I'm talking about a 620, 600 credit score. You can purchase a house.
Oh, say it again, because everybody be
So
scared.
600 to a
600.
620.
Hey, hold on, I'm gonna keep because I want all the sauce a little bit because this is gonna be a real valuable joint, right?
Right.
So 600. What else do they need with the 600?
So that's what I'm about to give
Okay,
it to you.
gotcha,
So
okay.
I'm gonna give you all the quick hitters. So I'm saying at a 600 you can get it done, but it's going to cost you more in between down payment and interest.
Okay.
So if you
okay,
go
okay.
620, ideally you really want, like, you could get the world if you could be patient to wait to a 660. So for me, I didn't know much about credit. So whatever they gave me, I was using. So at the time, I think I had like a 635, 640.
Yeah.
And whatever they gave me based on them pay stubs, because that's what they're going to ask you. Your last two pay stubs, they're going to check your credit. And from there, they're going to say, yo, we approve you for this amount. So they approved me for my first property, I think, for like 80,000. Back then, 80,000 to get you something. Now that's going to get you maybe a couple windows in the door.
Right.
But
right.
I said, yo, I don't care. I just knew at the time from going to investment like places, reading books, it was like I needed to buy a duplex, an income producing property.
Okay.
There you go.
So with FHA, you're able to buy a duplex where you can live in one unit, rent the other unit out. So then with that other property, what happened? That other unit, it pays for part of your mortgage, if not all of it.
Right.
So live in that property for a year, move back in your mom and dad's house, stack your bread, go buy a second property.
Wow.
Or stay in that house and just lay low. and stack your money however you do it.
Wow.
But I just used basically, they said, yo, you could do 3.5% down FHA with a 620 or better credit score. So sign me up.
Wow.
I had, at the time, it's like it was either that or buy a car. So I ain't gonna lie, I bought a car and I bought a house.
Both of them.
But if I'd have bought the car before I bought the house, I could have got approved for way more.
I got you. Okay.
So make sure you pick the priority. If you could get a little putt-putt car, like Vern had mentioned, like, yo, I'm riding around in the squatter, like, yo, you do what you got to do to help you grow.
Right.
It'll get you there a lot faster if you could be disciplined in the beginning. Because in the beginning, it's a lot easier if you set everything up right because you'll be able to go a lot further. So I went from buying that one duplex, and then it probably took me another 2 years before I learned how to buy other properties.
So, but you said you was in your mom's back room though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So FHA, I had to move into the property, live there
Gotcha.
for a year.
Right.
And then I went back in mom's back room, and now I'm collecting the mortgage money from one unit and then my pocket money from the other unit.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Y'all
There
ain't
you
trying to
go.
live in the
There
room,
you
man,
go.
to get the.
No, they ain't trying
Yeah,
to-
because
They ain't trying to
sometimes,
live in the room,
because
man.
like what it is with a lot of people, they want to be glamorous all the time,
Right,
man. You
right.
know what I'm saying? You got your property, went back into, you wasn't too prideful to go back to your mom crib, but you had a game plan to say, okay, I'm gonna stack this bread, go back out and get another one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the
And
key was
that's-
the multi too.
yeah.
Because the multi-family was that it was 2 units in one.
Right.
So,
So
one
one-
pays the mortgage, one
and the
pays
other
your
one-
pocket.
Yeah, because
right?
you pretty
Right.
much living and getting for free.
For free,
Pretty,
right,
pretty
yeah,
much,
yeah,
yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
So now you got you got fired, but you got fired from the job, but you bought a property right off the bat.
So I bought a property before they fired me.
Got
Luckily,
you,
like
got
I
you.
knew my
So
whole
you-
sole
there you
purpose
go.
always was, I just needed a consistent job to help me
There
put
you
things
go.
in play.
there you go.
So my
There you
main thing
go.
was, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but this
Yeah.
this money from my 9 to 5 or any
Yeah.
9 to 5 that I ever had was always fueling whatever my
There you-
business.
that's the
Using
key.
his job. Using his job.
to
Yeah.
live
Yeah.
your dreams.
How many
yo.
times we got to hear that? So a lot of y'all, and then we keep stressing it every episode. You keep hearing everybody say it. I was an idiot. Okay, so I wish I had the hustle to
No, but-
teach me then.
yeah.
Because I'm serious. Because some people be so mad at their job that they keep leaving the job. That's the source for their dream.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Like,
yeah.
Oh,
that's
so
the
you
thing.
don't. If you ask me, you don't go to work to be happy.
Right. Okay.
You go to work for it to provide a purpose.
That's
it's gonna
it.
give you shelter,
Yeah.
income,
Yeah.
food,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's gonna put you in motion. So
Yeah.
again, like I said, I fortunately for me, I had a goal which has changed over life, but my initial goal was I wanted to be self-sufficient, and I knew the 9 to 5 wasn't gonna be my only means to do it.
Got it.
But I
Got you.
did know I didn't have a rich mom and dad. I didn't have a rich
Right.
uncle
Right,
or
right, right.
somebody I could call and say, I got a business idea.
Right.
Can you
Right.
front me? So I knew it had to come from me.
Right, right,
So
right.
that's where
Yeah.
having a little bit of decent credit and
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
down payment money, I just needed to get started.
So what you would say that your job was your occupational investor, right?
It was. That was
Yeah.
my first investor was the job.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And people,
Yeah.
that's a nugget right there, man. You gotta use with what you got. A lot of, like you said, y'all, they complain about having a job. They got dreams, but don't want to use their jobs to fund their dreams. Like, how crazy do you sound?
So like literally, I'd be at the job doing work, reading books, studying
Right,
about
right,
my
right,
dreams.
right, right,
They're like,
right,
"Why
right.
are you always reading?" Or what do you like? What difference
Yeah.
do it make? Is my work done?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Right.
Or
right,
better
right.
yet, oh, I'm reading on the job. Don't worry. Let me act like I'm doing this,
Right,
and
right,
then
right, right.
podcast in my ear,
Right,
or
right.
bathroom break. I'm reading.
Right.
You got it, yo. You got to do it, yo. That is, I did the same thing, man. I was at my job. I was break time. I'm over here reading books. I'm over here making phone calls. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. You got to do it. So now,
yeah.
and so now you got fired from the job. You
Right.
got your first property. What is that next step?
So I went and got my real estate license.
No, did you go get another job or you went?
No,
and got-
not initially.
Not initially.
Because
okay.
like I said at the time, they had that Obama money, so you got laid off, unemployment.
Right, correct,
So I had to
okay.
go take a couple classes at Community
Okay.
to keep the unemployment going. But meanwhile, at this time, I'm studying for my test, trying to pass the classes.
So you knew how to work the system. You was working the system.
Well, I wasn't working it. I was utilizing it
Use
what it
what
was
you had.
for.
No, but
Yeah.
Other people used it and went and got a 9 to 5. I used it and started my own.
No, I know
Right,
that you
right.
working the system, but this is what I want to get to though with that, right? Because listen, no, this is what I
I
want to get to.
appreciate all government benefits.
Nah, because he was
Let's
using.
not.
But this is key though. This is key though, and this is key. I want because the reason why I said it like that, right? Because people work the system and don't fucking use it for nothing.
True.
That's
True.
why I said it.
What you saying? He
Because
used it properly, right?
He used it
They
properly.
get content to be dependent. I was
That's what
using
I'm
it to become
saying.
independent.
That's
Right,
why
right,
I
yeah,
said it
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I ain't saying like
Yeah,
that.
because
Come
like
at
so
you.
when he was
I'm
getting unemployment, he still was developing his life. He went
That's
on the
what-
couch.
no, but
right,
that's-
Yeah,
the
but
key.
he didn't realize he was using the system because you was just using what you had
Right.
right.
at the
It
time.
was enough to hold me over.
But listen,
right.
fuck
right.
that. You got these baby mamas, you got these motherfuckers in the hood. They use the system and they
No,
motherfucker
100%,
buy
and they stay there.
Balenciagas, they want to buy, and they still staying there, not
Man,
using it to
please.
elevate.
It's a
So
lot of-
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying, yo.
Right.
We gotta, as a people, gotta know how to use our resources to do.
Right. So it's not.
First of
It
all-
wasn't a permanent thing. No. Like
No,
so
it was
your
a
point-
bridge. It was a
It
bridge.
was a
Right,
bridge.
right,
No, no,
right,
no.
right.
I'm saying to your point, like you said, like whatever, like even let's take the PPP money and all of that,
Okay.
or whatever people was using, right?
I need that shit now.
But people,
I'll tell you.
It's
I need-
still out, it's still out there. It's still out there.
but people were using it and they thought like, yo, we gonna be good. Like, yo, we just gonna
Yeah.
wait on them.
Right.
No, while you taking whatever benefits they get, you still got to be putting your stuff in motion
Right,
because
exactly.
ain't nobody gonna keep helping you eat at the end of the day.
Yeah, it runs out. All of it runs out.
Because it's so, but hold up, before we go that far, like let's shout out our sponsors, man. Come on, and we got a new honorary sponsor today too. Our sponsor is Conjugal, conjugal.
That's the
liqueurs,
rum,
right?
the sweet
This
blend.
the
Get it
rum.
right.
You got it.
No,
you
he got to
it.
do the sponsor.
You got- Go ahead, go ahead, man. Because he the one. Half the
I don't want
bottle
to sound
going
like
because
an
of him.
infomercial, but we got the conjugal,
Right,
a sweet blend, rum.
right.
If I take another glass, it's gonna be over for me.
I know you already.
So I'm
laid
gonna
back.
chill until after I eat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, some good stuff.
Yeah.
We got the vodka over there,
Right.
and
Right.
you know, these guys, man,
Shout out
we
to
support them,
Conjugal.
Shout out to Conjugal, man. Shout out.
and they support us, man. So big out the conjugal.
We got some other stuff today.
Yeah,
Hey,
we gonna
Lee,
get
come
to
on,
that.
Lee.
We gonna get that. We gonna get to that.
Okay, we gonna get to it. Okay,
Yeah, we gonna
all
get to it.
right.
We gonna
Gotcha.
get to
Make
that.
sure Lee.
We wanna
do
do
the
a whole
right
little,
thing.
whole little
I got
joint
you.
on it.
I
Yeah,
got
make
you.
sure we
You
get
know
a
what I'm
commercial. Okay,
saying?
got
My man right. I'm about to call him Skip Rock because he be like Skip. You know what I mean?
What you mean? Like, I mean, we done got halfway in the
Skip
episode
Rock.
before we even did our. When we did our I don't know.
Oh man,
I don't know why
Hey,
he. I don't
yo.
know why he got on his. You know, and this is my brother.
gotta
Y'all gotta
know
know like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, forever I got respect for this
See,
guy.
there you go.
But you lucky we not live.
No,
We
but
I just
edited
need
out.
a box and
You remember
something.
what you remember what happened with
man.
Gilly? You remember what
see
happened?
him? You see him? He want to
Yo, I'm trying to tell. I'm trying
Hey,
to
come
tell
on
you,
the
man.
show. Y'all don't need me
bad,
fighting.
my bad,
This
my
ain't
bad.
about us, man.
It's
Come
just
on,
the
man.
hustle, man. That's what people do, man. They get excited, man. You know, and at the end of the day,
And I be having to like pat him on his head sometimes. You know what I mean?
all right,
Think
man.
settle down.
Yeah, like dog.
Hey.
Just relax a little bit.
Stop
man.
playing
I
with me, man.
got you.
Hey, yo, stop playing with me.
Swear, man, y'all gonna be the death of me, yo.
Look,
Stop playing with me.
he like, man, I'm just trying to get through the episode. These boys keep
Nah,
having
cause you know
these.
what, man? Cause sometimes, man, we just be having like a lot of fun, man, and just
Yeah,
enjoying the
man.
moment. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's really not about us. You know what I'm saying? It's about our guests.
Okay.
'Cause we got a lot of people that's watching that really need this help. You know what I
That's
mean?
true,
Like we
man.
talking about credit scores now. We talking about real
So,
estate, man.
all right. So let me get back. Let me
Yeah.
get back
Go
to,
ahead.
to the niggas that's using niggas, man. Right.
Yeah.
So all right. So Ant knew that he had a goal to reach and he had some resources to use so he could reach the goal.
Right.
So you became a real estate. So you said, "Yo, I'm gonna take my class. So this is gonna extend my financial, the finance, whatever, the benefits I was getting. Now I become a real estate agent. And what made you want to be a real estate agent?
So again, networking, reading different stuff. Initially, I thought I wanted to be a wholesaler.
Yeah.
So, but I was struggling. Wholesaling isn't for everybody, right? So you need. People say you could do it with no money. I'm saying, yo, you need capital to really get enough traction because everybody and their grandmom, because you don't need no license, basically could be a wholesaler.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna separate myself.
Can I pause you?
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 'cause-
There you go.
Hold up, because
Watch. So look, but Pete, and like that's why I
the great
started-
debate.
but that's why I said it depends on everybody's situation
Yeah,
and
it does.
personality. So I'm
Yes.
like, I said, yo, I had other businesses, so I know how to get in
Yeah.
front of people and get a
Yeah,
rapport.
yeah.
But the thing that really I feel like that separates it is just like or even having certain credentials.
Yeah.
I get my real estate license now. I can have a billboard. I can have X, Y, and Z. I don't got to be on like no secret squirrel type time.
Yeah.
Versus, you know, if I was doing wholesaling.
Well,
so
let's do this. I'm the wholesaler and realtor too. So I start off with Vern. Everybody know my story. He taught me the game. I was always seeing what Lee did. Right, Lee moved a big property for me recently. But here's the reality: when you're dealing with some people that might kind of look like us, what I've noticed is that if I approach them, because shout out to wholesalers, I made a lot of money wholesaling. Shout out to realtors, right? What I noticed though was when we come to our people about property, most people respect the realtor more than they respect the investor. And it's ironic
Yes,
you did read, you wore the shirt, but I feel like when you talk about separating yourself, right? I didn't become a realtor until this year.
Okay.
And I instantly felt another level of respect for what I do based on people's public perception.
But that was what I was saying, where it made it easier for me to promote and get in front of people because if I talk to just say whoever about real estate, they like, well, you used to be the landscaper, like,
exactly.
Like now you do real estate, but you ain't got no credentials,
right?
So,
Exactly,
but because our community doesn't necessarily have the knowledge,
right?
It looks like I'm coming in now as I'm trying to take from them or get over on them.
Exactly.
But now if I come from the realtor and I got, at the time I was with Long and Foster, I got the big brand behind me.
Right.
Now I'm respected and they want to listen to me.
Right. So let's put that in perspective, everybody. Because again, we're non-biased because we got the king of wholesale and the king of both sales over here. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is understand that at the end of the day, you have to realize that it's okay. You can make money without a license. You can make real estate money without a license. We was beefing with what's the bull we did the video on. No. What's the bull? The other black guy. We did the video on when he was called wholesale.
What is his name? I can't think of
Oh,
it.
Eric Morrison?
No,
Jay
Jay
Morrison.
Morrison.
Something like that. I don't know
And
his
I was
name,
saying this. I said, hey, Jay, because he was calling wholesalers clowns. And I said, well, here's the thing. I had a 420 credit score, no money, and I made my first $20,000 wholesaling. So I'm not saying that that's the only way to do it. But the reality is, don't tell somebody that that's the only way. You know what I'm saying? Right. And now we see, because if we had beef, we wouldn't even bring a real realtor on to give us the whole sauce and a different perspective. Because I see now that it's a little bit easier to get certain leads and to get respect from people when you got a little bit of credentials. So shout out to the realtors.
So let me push on that. So even in that aspect, I said I wanted to learn wholesaling, so I learned it, but I wasn't successful. So it kind of forced me, because now my unemployment was running out. What do I do to still get my goal? Because my ultimate goal was always to be an investor and own property.
Okay.
Like, but again, you don't got the money, you don't have the know-how all the way or the resources. So to me, being a real estate agent is the cheat code to get in the rooms, especially us black and brown people normally can't get in. So I'm at Long and Foster, I'm at Keller Williams, I'm hanging with guys that's developing properties on Broad Street that's at the sheriff's sale buying 10 and 20 properties. And the other part to it, I will say this, even my own community members that was doing what I wanted to do, but they didn't want to share the information because I was competition.
Correct. Gotcha.
To their eyes.
Right.
But now that I'm at the level I'm at now is, let's rap.
Oh, now they want rap.
No, keep that same energy you had 3 years ago.
Right.
You know, but again, like I said, I really was able to maneuver and learn how the different pieces work, from title companies, mortgage companies, hard money lenders, because I'm the real estate agent. And again, when I come in, I'm coming in as the helping hand versus they think I'm just trying to snack something.
100%.
But now I know how to pivot. So it's people that call me. I'll wholesale a house at times. Like I wholesale at least 3-4 deals a year, but then I still got my agent license, so I can, because I know how to do the
But it's a good tool to have.
Yes, I have the tools in my.
It's the knowledge. Wholesaling is more of a knowledge, right? Because again, you can if we giving out a lot of sauce, wholesaling literally is a middleman of assigning a contract, right? You get the seller, the end buyer, and you're really selling that contract.
You're flipping the contract.
You flipping the contract. I mean, but distributors do it in different entities. But again, the reality is, and I hear you, because now I'm gonna tell you the reason I became a realtor was because I was tired of giving up all the bread.
Commission, right.
Yeah, because we were flipping houses, and I was like, wait a minute, all these houses we selling.
No, so even to that point, that's the other part. So again, I don't want to. I'm an impatient person. I didn't want to wait on other agents to help me. Like how would the first agent I had, the second agent. So the other part, I did one house with me, and then I did another house with my partner. Yeah. So once I learned, show him, he like, yo, let's figure this out. Let's do it together. Yeah. But like you said, I'm like, yo, why it be taking it so long to get in these houses? Right. I'm like, man, I could do this. Like, I ain't doing nothing, so I'm gonna go get my license. Right. And now to your point, so now that the level I'm at, I don't sell my own houses that I flip. Just for legal stuff. Right. But if I need to, because sometimes the agent might make more money than the investor. Right. You know, after you rehab the crib and everything you go through. Sure. Yeah. So it's like, again, it's another resource, another tool that I have in my belt. But I ultimately say me being a real estate agent has really blessed me, again, to really build my tribe and my team. Good. Okay. And that's how, again, now I'm able to I got this resource, that resource, and now I also have other agents who work beside me on the team of the Good Neighbor Real Estate.
That's good, because I already know what you're doing, man. And I like the way how you move with your team, and I like the way that you put people together. That's and I salute you for that. You know what I'm saying? And when I got into business, this is a side note. I ain't gonna drag this thing out. But I got into business because I ain't had no bread. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But that's how they promoted wholesaling initially.
Well, when I started it, right, it wasn't really a lot of black people wholesaling. I wasn't a lot of resources out there.
But that's what I learned from the white bulls at the dig events and the other events.
Right. So
but then they started talking about it's $10,000 to get the rest of the information.
But I couldn't afford that though.
$20,000. No, I ain't.
That's what they do.
Listen,
that's why I was bumping my head.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly,
I was bumping my head until I started to kind of figure it out, and then I said, "Oh, I got this joint now." You get what I'm saying? So I was bumping my head, and I saw people was charging this money and that money. I said, "No, I'm gonna figure this joint out."
Right.
So I started it and stuff like that. This guy right here, right? He's the reason why I just start really coming out the shadows of like showing people what I do. You know what I'm saying? And you listen, Ant was my first interview on my Mindset the One series I did because I was looking at him and you telling me what I should be doing. I said, yo, I'm gonna call Ant, man, because Ant he started doing the interview. Yo, do my first joint to get me out of here. But what I like to say is to people that's in the hood, the thing is, look, we have resources because we have our mind, right? We got resources, right? I had to figure this shit out because I come from the hood, nigga. I ain't have $0 and I turned $0 to millions of dollars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Off of wholesaling. You know what I'm saying? And I learned how to do it. I said, yo, if I can learn how to make money from nothing, you ain't got nothing, nigga. So make money from nothing.
Right.
And that's what I learned on wholesaling. You know what I mean? And
It's a different resilience.
And just this. You know, we had talked more, but I put myself on a challenge, right, on wholesale. I put myself on a challenge.
Where you at with it?
$100,000 challenge in 2 months.
Woo. Where you at?
Where you think I'm at with the challenge?
80,000.
No, I'm at like 55.
Look at Ant, but Ant know you that boy. Ant gave you 80.
I'm at 55. And this
He got the machine behind him.
Well, it's just, and this is the thing.
But even 55 in 30 days, like shit, most people not making
Not
that
in a year. In a year.
You're not making that in a year.
No, 55.
That made me want to get on my grind.
But that's what the hustle about, because that's what all this is about. Like, y'all can't say that we're not doing it. In our group chat, we said in another episode, our group chat got to be worth $1 million. If you want to give me $1 million, I will let y'all in our group chat, because at the end of the day, this is where it was birthed at. He was like, yo, I'm going for a hundo in 2 months. It was like, you scared to do it. And he was like, watch me. And now he on like out here.
I'm at 55. Right?
You know what I'm saying? And that was in like the first like 20-something days.
Yeah, 20-something days. I started like building it up, and I started from scratch, and I wanted to show them like, yo, I'm going to do 100. Because what happened was Maurice put this power in my. I was talking to him, saying what I'm going to do. Maurice was like, yo, if you do 50,000 in 30 months, that's crazy, right? But he was like, yo, if you do 100, you fucking legendary. I said, fuck that, nigga. I'm going for legendary.
Let's go.
I'm going for legendary.
Legendary.
Fight me up. But hey, listen, man. You know, one thing about real estate, man, we have the resources now. We have people like you that's putting themselves out there, that's giving out education all the time, that nobody don't have no excuses to not have real estate, to not understand how to make money from real estate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now you this agent, you got this team. How was it to, like, you know, because now you kind of leveling up. You got the team now, and I see you kind of leveling up. What was that thought process?
So it's always been a thing of, initially it was, yo, I want to just be in real estate. You know, you like, oh, you see some stuff, maybe I'll be a broker. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, I don't necessarily want to be the person responsible for everybody. But then when you being in these different offices, you realize like you can have your own little, but your own team,
right?
And kind of maneuver how you want to maneuver and be responsible for a handful of people. Yeah. So, and then honestly, the other part is, it's no fun getting money by yourself, and you don't got nobody to be around you to enjoy it with.
Right.
So as I've been growing and trying to build what, honestly, it's not even a team. Like, we are a real family. Like, everybody on our team now we've got relationship of some sort other than just real estate. So like our newest team member, Carrera, she was a bank teller for years. I sold her first house. Oh, word. Okay. And I always told her type of personality, you'll one day, like, you be great in real estate. So now she's on the team. My man, Lonnie, another West Catholic, Roman. He went to Roman, but we came up together in high school. Me and him got a relationship from childhood. And again, he's a people person. I could see it and realize it. And I'm telling people, like, I see you working hard. Just imagine if you sell one house a month Even if on a bad month, you only made additional $2,500.
Right.
You sold one house and made $2,500.
Right. Right.
You had to go to work how many hours to get $2,500?
Exactly. Right.
A
Right.
whole
Now imagine,
month.
now imagine you
Yeah.
sell 2 houses as a
Right.
real. And the thing is, you help somebody, help you put money in your pocket.
Right.
That feeling of, I just had a matter of fact, a young lady. She works at a daycare off of 58th and like Thomas. I went over there, did a small presentation for the daycare workers. Shout out to my uncle. He like, yo, I got these people. They work with me. They need to know about home ownership. They make the money. She bought a house 30 days later. Now she lives in the community she works in. So now I put money in my pocket. I'm helping somebody buy in the community they work in. So it's like, yo, when you start helping the people, your
you
own
go.
people, you like,
Yeah, you build a
I'm
community.
really helping change lives.
you build
and
a
I'm getting
community.
paid to
And
do
you get
it.
paid to do it, man. Paid to do it.
That's a good feeling. That's a win-win for everybody. man.
Yeah.
So you would agree that education is important when it comes to this stuff, right? Also having a team that's your family, like, cause these guys is family. You know what I mean? We do business, but we family. We check on, make sure our mental health is good, making sure that we all on the right track. But
Sometimes we gotta smack each other in the head.
yeah. But the main thing, man, I love the fact that
Knock his head off.
you made a mention. That's not only my team,
Right,
but
it's my
we're a
family.
family. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's big.
No,
That's
so
major.
that's kind of like for entrepreneurs, business owners. That's like the hard part because it's being able to build with people and take that ego part. And I
Yeah,
tell people honestly,
yeah.
if it wasn't for me getting married and having kids, I probably wouldn't have been able to build the team because me being married and having kids taught me how to be like really like I knew I wasn't a selfish boy, but I didn't realize like, no, I got some messed up ways about me.
Right.
So it's like now that I got kids and stuff, I'm more conscious about the sacrifices and what's really behind the sacrifice. Because like I said, I can make money and for real, I'm doing less work helping other people make money, and I'm making more money than I was doing when I was
doing it all yourself.
doing it all myself.
Exactly, man. The power of teams,
go.
project.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, real quick, man. You know, it's at that time we got our guy Chef O in the building, man. Come on, clap it up for Chef O.
Chef
Clap it up
O.
for Chef O. Another.
Oh, y'all feed the guests.
Chef, man, you in the building, man. Listen, we got wraps. What is Chef wraps and snacks? What is it? Wraps and snacks?
Hold on.
Wraps and snacks. Okay, Chef here, man. There you go, Chef. We got a cha around our situation.
Yeah, I got a
man.
food truck called Wraps and Snacks.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So this is one of our dishes that we use on our truck. So this is
Okay. Look at he trying to eat first.
No, I was gonna give it to you.
everybody's gonna eat.
Yes, sir.
So this is a
you, bro. You know I gotta mess with you, bro.
teriyaki grilled salmon kebabs
Dang, man, it's going crazy.
over seasoned rice
No.
with a
Grease.
teriyaki sauce.
I'm gonna take a picture. for my
Can
wife.
we get one for the young lady too in the back too? If it's
Yeah,
okay?
100%.
Ma'am, I have one for you too as well.
You gotta let him, you ain't let him zoom in on your food, Dave, before you start going.
There you go.
There you go now. Where you go? There you go.
This is good stuff, man. My wife missing this. I'm at the take a.
So what this is again?
This is a teriyaki grilled salmon kebabs, smothered with peppers and onions, zucchini squash, grilled peppers, and sauteed onions with a lemon zest.
Yeah. I ain't supposed to talk my mouth off, but Chef, before you go, tell us where we can find you, man. Tell us where you can find you.
Where
man.
we at?
We over here, we right here, man.
You can find me all over. I'm stationed in Torresdown, Frankfurt. I have a food truck called Wraps and Snacks, so we do a lot of private events. We do horse shows, concerts. We in Philly, we in Jersey, we in Delaware, and we also in Harrisburg. You can follow me under Wraps and Snacks LLC on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook for locations.
Clap it up, man. Clap it up. Clap it up. Oh, man. Yo, this is good, Chef. Man. What, you need napkins or something?
No, I'm good.
Okay, yeah. We're tasting it. We're going to keep going. This is salmon, right?
I'm gonna finish my leg after you finish the drink.
We got more, huh?
This is good.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
We got to eat no more.
All right, so while they eating, we was getting right into it, and about some sacrifices, right?
We can put our food down, too. Ain't we?
So you made some sacrifices, and like you said, your wife. This is the segment, Hustle and Love.
Hustle and love.
This is Hustle and Love segment right now, right? So you said your wife made you better as a better businessman.
Yeah.
Now, what was that? Tell me how did she make you better?
So Y'all asked the question earlier about if your household or if you and your lady not on point, or your spouse, significant other, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a person that, it's funny, like my household we could be on, it could be rocky, right? But business be popping. But I don't care if business is popping because the household ain't in order.
Say it again. Right.
But then business could be real bad, and then my household be in order, and I'm happy as I don't know what. Because at the end of the day, like the household is straight. Like that's where I get my real joy and excitement from.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, honestly, again, I didn't realize some of the stuff that I had flaws or I had issues until I really had to sit down with somebody and we had to, get on the same page, which honestly is a forever process of growth, honesty, and frustration and laughter and all that good stuff. So, I tell people, I really didn't start getting my stride until I really had my household in order. Right. And and again, like people always talk about like, getting married. I'm like, no, like marriage is a decent thing because if you can't be disciplined and set the foundation up with one person to sit specifically, how you gonna have your foundation and stuff set up in your business?
Right.
If you dip and dabble and doing, I get it. Like, hey, but I'm saying when you start showing yourself discipline and being able to just tell yourself no for some different things.
Yeah.
You start setting stuff up and you be like, I got this vision. I got this energy.
Yeah.
I got all kind of stuff jumping and being creative because on the inside, like I'm happy. When I'm in my happy place, my creativity that's how I did that video for the team.
Right, yeah.
I'm in the crib chilling. That vision came from being happy in the house.
And that's great. So this is why this is part of what we talk about, what we do often, right? We always talking about what is either the detriment or what is one of the benefits towards our success. And again, like how long you been married now?
It'll be 3 years this year.
But
we've been together going on 8.
8 years. So, man, clap it up. My fault, man. Clap it up. You gotta hit your button 20 times, man. I don't know, man. My claps ain't that good. Here we go. Right there. Here we go.
He cut it short.
Clap it up, man. 3 years. No. See, I'm friends with Ant for real. So I'm friends on Facebook. He got legendary take the garter off moment. Like,
You should have.
Ant got legendary.
I gotta send that so y'all can add that in the clip.
He's on legendary. Ant went on some like he was a cap or something.
No, you gotta send
or slid on the floor.
on
He had some smoke on the joint. You know all that. Ant went like all the way in for real, right?
Yeah.
And it was cool. But so this is why we talk about that, because you talked about it, that if you having issues, right, or there is some disagreements or some frustrations like it is inside of the home unit, right? How that could be detriment to business or how it can kill creativity. And me and Kelly was talking about that a lot. Like, you don't realize that your partner plays a lot into your creative flow and into your business flow. You know what I mean? So again, like how important, like 3 years in, you now have enough, time in to talk to people about marriage. Like how important would you say a good partner is to your business?
No, so I mean, it's really everything, because like I hear a lot of stories of some of my folks that they partners ain't on the same page or they're working twice as hard, and that's the one thing. Like for men in general, is like, you don't want to be in the street rumbling, watching for cops, especially if you're in real estate, between the contractors, tenants, and then you got to come home and it's another battle. So it's like, again, if you can. But at the same token, fellas, we got to step up and create that safe space for our women.
That's true.
It's not just about protecting and being financial providers. It's all about the mental, physical. It's about all of it. So once you do that kind of thing, and like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm still a work in progress. We still a work in progress. But when we hit our stride and when we groove in it, it's like, again, I could figure all this stuff out. This stuff is easy.
But you know what you said, though? That you're a work in progress? Least you working.
You know what
I'm saying?
Doing the work.
Doing the work. Yeah. See, a lot of people don't stop doing the work on themselves so they can help benefit the relationship. They like, no, this is me. That's it. I'm done. But no, that's I feel you, because 2 battles is hard for you to win in this business.
And the one in the house is 2 by itself.
Especially being an entrepreneur, man. We hit them dark spots, man.
Yes.
Them dark spots is crazy.
They crazy, man.
So
crazy, bro.
So it's funny you say that. So I'll just say, me being transparent, I hit that dark spot right after we got married.
Okay.
So my wife was always an advocate, like, yo, you might like just for couples therapy, but then I did individual therapy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
shout out, yeah.
me doing that mental therapy for myself as an individual.
Yeah.
Business ain't going right. I'm trying to figure out how to effectively communicate with my wife, my mom, my dad, contractors. Sometimes it could be a lot. And again, nobody really be honest, how many successful relationships
Let's talk about
have we seen in the black community?
That's right.
Or you see that as partially successful, but you like, I know old head got a young John.
Right.
You like, is that the part of the success?
Right.
Yo,
Right,
peep this.
right,
Peep this.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even think I never said this before. Told you this though, right?
Yeah.
So when I was going through my divorce, right, and I was before like the divorce and all that, and we was going through all this turmoil. I was trying to think about who to talk to that was close by, so I could talk to him about being married, right? Like, is I'm doing the right thing? Yo, I couldn't talk to my pop. My dad married to my mom, but them motherfuckers ain't supposed to be.
They ain't
together.
even talking,
They
right?
ain't even supposed to be together, right? So I couldn't talk to my dad because I already knew who my dad was.
His perspective,
was.
right? His perspective.
No, his
is-
fucking.
is-
My dad was just fuck that bitch. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? We'll rap. You know what I mean? I told
Pop,
you.
that's my mom. I don't care.
My dad, so I couldn't talk to him. I was trying to think about people that was like successful marriages, and I couldn't even think of nobody that has
It's
successful
hard,
marriages.
man.
It was
Same with
hard,
me.
yo.
Same
But
with me.
that, and even outside the marriage, just the stuff we go through internally
Yeah.
or have them ideas. So I'm an advocate of everybody needs therapy, male, female, young,
Right.
old,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
because the stuff we go through, we don't realize like you be like, yo, why am I snapping about this? And you like, well, my mom did this when I was 14 and it triggers me and I don't even realize this.
right,
Trigger was
right,
a word. Like,
right, exactly, right.
You know what I mean? But no,
Right.
like if you can learn to not control, but be aware of your emotional stuff.
Right.
That's why I said the business stuff is easy.
Yeah.
It's the mental battles and the other stuff that
It's the mental, yeah.
set the good and the bad off. That's why, like
Right.
somebody told me before, like if you look at a man's bank account, you could tell how he feel about himself. So if that thing looking light, and
That's
then you
powerful
read
right
what
there.
his
powerful.
payments and what he doing, like I could tell what your vices is, my man.
That
Right.
motherfucker dipping and
Dipping in debt.
spinning
But no,
on that. He getting all types of.
But I-
that's
or all
the
types
problem.
of things, period, though.
Yeah,
Because a
well,
man is going to pay for what
But
gives
you
him
know
pleasure.
what's the expensive joint ever though. I don't care. You can talk about them bags, buying that stuff on the side, dog. That's the
Most expensive one.
most expensive thing you could buy.
He wasn't spending. So the other question too, more specifically. So is it safe to say that again, it can really affect business as well? If you're just not in a good space partnership wise. Like I think I think everybody could say that, right? That again, and that's what we want to promote. That if you're going to go into business or if you're already in business, you got to make sure you pick the right partner that
100%.
sees your vision, right? That understands where you're going. Because like you said, and I mean, listen, now I know we come from a similar school of thought, is that you don't want to have certain fights or even vices that you're dealing with in the world, and then you got a whole bunch you're dealing with at home as well. And I just think it does hamper business. You know what I mean? It hampers the production because at the end of the day, you need to find a safe place that you can come, you can be relaxed, be yourself, and then go out into the world and produce, man. So that's solid, man. So again, give it up for 3 years and make sure the claps working 3 years of marriage. At this point, let's do this. Can we do it now, ball head?
Do what?
Let's go ahead and promote his wife now. Can we do it
Yes.
now?
Oh,
Okay.
Perfect.
That's
So
what's
perfect
up.
timing. Okay, perfect timing.
So
Okay.
so when you talk about iron sharpening iron, you know, so I've been entrepreneur. My wife's known me want to hustle, so she's had ideas and it's like, babe, try that or let's do this. So we call my wife the magic lady. So like if you sick, she gonna put something together for you to get that
for
cold
real?
off your chest.
where people from?
No, from 62nd and Pond.
Where people from?
Oh, no.
It's just
Okay.
in her, but that and my wife
No.
my wife is an avid like researcher and reader with stuff,
Got you.
and she'll try stuff like she
you go.
she's just that person that
Education,
she'll
man. One
read
keep
it
learning.
and put some stuff and she loves natural holistic remedies.
There you
So
go.
that's the other thing because
That's
she
the
works
right
at the
move.
hospital.
Yeah,
so
y'all-
she's like that hospital stuff. Like it's cool, but like do you know that grandmom give you that tussin and put that stuff on your feet?
She's gonna put that elixir in.
So during the duration of us being married, my oldest son had eczema real bad and nothing would work, and she don't really like the creams that they give because it got other side effects. So she started making a skincare regimen for my son to help his eczema. So and also dietary changes to help him with his eczema. So in like a 2.5 year span, his eczema went away, and then basically as long as his dietary is good and depending on like season of allergies, he's straight.
good, yeah.
But he don't, and he
Yeah.
also don't have the blemishes and the skin stuff that you see most people from using the medicine. So, but that made her also expand on other skincare and hair products. So, and natural products for people that got dry scalp or, you know, some of the patches or skin diseases.
Can I get this shit back?
It's a possibility. I'm telling you. You be like, no, real talk. Like I'm telling you, like,
Yo, give me my joint back, dog.
she got
I
this
need-
routine.
Huh?
She got this routine. Like I be like, yo, you playing? Like, no, she got this routine. She put this stuff on your head, lather it up, but then she like rub it and it like supposed to like stimulate your follicles or whatever
follicles,
shit
yeah,
you talking
yeah.
about.
I used to have my head. My man got a nice head, 360. I used to have 360. So
Nah,
next thing
man.
You know, I got a
No,
480.
don't get it twisted. Cause my joint is leaving too, bro.
No, I had 360.
Where your
I got- we got
pictures at?
topics, bro.
Where your pictures at?
That I had hair.
You had 360s.
No,
man.
I can't probably find, but I had hair, dog.
It's
Come
been
on,
that-
man.
it's been that long.
We tired of giving topics that money. That topics cost about $29.
Yeah, my wife do the same thing. Like
The
she
spray, we
she
just
make
little
like
fiber
normal
joints.
stuff.
Fiber joints.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try.
No,
I
those
may
spray on
get my
fibers on
joint
his
back.
head is going to fall right off. Yo.
No, we got you, but
I'm a-
that's where she
Yeah.
got it from. So she birthed her first business called Glowversity. You can find it on Instagram at Glowversity,
put it
Glowversity,
up.
the Glowversity on Instagram. So and then the other part, everybody know, you know, I love being married because you know you get to have some fun and creativity. So she got the massage oil called Love Jones, and then I guess like I said,
Which
she's
one
into
massage oil right here? Right?
Love Jones.
Oh, listen.
Nah, I need that.
No, dog, I'm taking this, dog.
need that tonight.
Listen,
As a matter
massage
of
oil.
fact.
This is I got a massage before I go in, dog. Before I die,
10
I
grand.
Wait a
always
minute.
gotta get massage
You only got
oil.
two. Yo, one of y'all got to pour a little bit.
I'm gonna take care because like I said, I didn't realize,
but
I got you.
I
But
need
the Love
that. I needed the
Jones.
night though. Like soon as I
No,
leave it.
no,
No, so-
I'm using the night, nigga.
Your wife
see,
already
dog,
pregnant.
Hold up,
No,
dog. You
take
see
it.
my
Do
text
the-
message I had today, nigga. That she told me.
Hold on,
We gotta
hold
get
on.
burned out of here. He gotta get.
Yeah,
gotta get home.
I'm
Yo,
trying to
can you
figure out
pour
what
a
verse
little
so
bit in
high-
the water bottle, bro.
Huh?
Pour a little bit in the water bottle.
Because that's
for
the
me,
thing,
bro.
you don't
Alright, yeah,
need
we can
much.
do that. We
You
can do
don't,
that.
and,
You
it-
don't mean okay.
and even to do the skin thing. So again, my wife is big on, you know, black people. We all got different skin textures
Right.
and different things. So it's like, whatever your situation is, she got one of those products is gonna help you. Like I said, she got the skincare, she got the hair stuff, she got the beard. Everybody know me. I ain't never had this much hair on my face. It's only a little bit I got is because of her
Man,
beard
how long
oil
you been
that
growing
she
that, man?
got.
How long you been growing that, man?
Probably been like 4 or 5 months.
With the oil?
Yes, I'm trying to tell you.
Oh man, we need some oil, bro.
I'm
We
trying
need
to
some
tell you.
oil. We need some oil.
Before
Make sure
I'm
you
trying,
put
I had the
some
little
more
goat
ball
joke.
head,
Yeah,
yo.
look,
I-
he had a little
I
goat.
used to-
You did have a little goat joke
I had
for
the
a
little
long
goat
time.
and it wouldn't do nothing. I started using this. I'm like, yo,
Yo.
I got one, and then it turns into, you see the kid?
Yes, sir.
But no, but
So that's what's
that.
up, man. So let me ask you a question: was your wife an entrepreneur prior to you, or was it something that because of your relationship?
So
with
my
her?
wife has always been a creative, but she didn't realize like I'm the person that's gonna say,
Right.
I don't care what you creating. If you could have been making paper planes, I'm gonna tell you we selling it.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
It's a product and a placement for everything.
everything. Right.
And the main thing is, again, you got to sell it to your friends and your family. They're your first customers.
Yeah.
That's-
if
and
it's
that's
a good
one of the
product, if it's a
reasons-
good product, then it's going to continue to just move. Yeah.
Hey, even if it ain't good, get the
Right.
feedback from your family and
Yeah,
friends and
that's-
tweak it. That's who you start
That's
with.
business 101.
Well,
Sell
that's-
to your friends and
And
family.
that's what made my real estate business really pop.
Yeah.
Once I gained their trust,
Right.
me being the agent, me being a realtor,
Yeah.
you know, grandmam gonna shout you out to somebody at the church.
Right. Yes, right. Yes, right.
Yeah,
Yes, right. Yeah.
another friend or somebody else. That's the other thing. Our folks, they got to see somebody else salute you first.
Correct.
Yeah, let me say this real quick.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you explain the importance of trust in the real estate? Because I'm just starting to get into that mode,
Right.
dealing with this guy Vern and Fitz here. But I want you to talk about the trust factor in just real estate, man. Because you know we see online, it's just so many people trying to sell you a course or just try to take money from you.
That's a good joint.
It just doing a lot of different things, man. Like you said, our people, we already automatically thinking somebody trying to take something from us, man. So can you speak on the importance of getting trust of your potential customers?
So I'm gonna say this: anybody that whatever you trying to put together, right? Before you start selling courses, promoting stuff, actually do it. So I'm gonna just say,
yeah.
not all realtors, but some realtors don't even own houses, but they selling real estate. How you really gonna advise
Wow.
me?
Come
on.
And
He
you don't
waking
even
it
own.
up.
You don't own no property. You don't own any properties yourself, or you haven't even done an investment deal yet.
Right,
So
right.
whatever you're doing, I feel like it's a lot easier if you've actually been through it, tested it out, done it, and have case studies. So, in like for a lot of the bigger investors that I hang with and know, they don't have any courses because they're so busy doing the work.
Right, like that's
but
right,
but
right,
I will
right,
say
right.
you need the courses though, because you get tired of the yo, can I ask you a question?
Correct.
Yo,
correct,
can I pick your brain? Or yo, can I take I don't need you to I'm gonna be honest, I don't need you to take me to lunch.
Right.
I can't feed my kids with the lunch you taking me to.
Wow.
So you can hit the link in my bio and I will give you the information you want. But also if you pay attention, most of the stuff I give out on social media is free. You just don't want to read through the stuff to get it. So if you want me to give it to you, give you the blueprint, as we call it, you want the blueprint?
Yeah.
I gotta charge you.
You gotta
But I'm not
charge-
gonna
yeah.
kill you, but I'm gonna charge you.
But I learned this, like, a lot of people don't want the blueprint. They want you to do it for them. Right? That's the thing where they be trying to take you to lunch because they really want you to put them on and really be able to say, hey, I did all this.
Here.
Yeah, go here. No.
And you gonna make the bread.
Yeah, no, you got to be able to. And that's what I learned too. This is how I learned too. And shout out to anybody who trying to coach people or mentor people, is that you'll see how hungry somebody is, and that will dictate how much information you give them. And that's, again, another episode we talked about. That's how it happened with me and Hansley. At the end of the day, he ignored me for probably a month or so. You know what I'm saying? After he moved one property for me, I wanted to learn. Right. But I was hungry, so I called him every single day. You know what I'm saying? And then I worked more for like 6 months without making no money side by side with him until I started making money. You know what I mean? So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I believe that with the course people, because I ain't gonna hold y'all. This the hustle, right? So let me just say this at the hustle. Like, everybody a business coach now. I'm like, y'all killing me. Everybody a life coach, a business coach. I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, actually, you still make more money. Brian make way more money than his coach. So all y'all people trying to be coaches, the players make more money than the coaches. You hear? So that don't mean you don't have a course. That don't mean you don't have something that people can download and cut a lot of that conversation out. But everybody trying to be life coaches and trying to coach things that they have not mastered yet. That's probably the reason why you're not getting a lot of recurring, you know, people coming back. It's a thing we talk about all the time. We in our group chats, our phone calls, it's like, yo, should I put this out? Yeah, but keep grinding here, man. Keep getting more information here, so that when you finally give a product out, it's not just a level of information, but it's impartation. I'm really giving you what I've done, so that you can really take it, and then you can mature it yourself, and then refer to somebody else. You know what I mean? So, you know, I want to ask this question real quick as we move, because and then shout out to the realtors. I am one now, again, in the state of Virginia. You know what I'm saying? You need a place, property,
clap
whatever.
for
You
yourself,
know,
bro.
I need you to give me some leads, right?
Salute.
Right? I need some leads. Clapping. And just say, them claps ain't gonna feed my family. Send me some leads,
true.
bro.
That's true.
Right? So no, I'm playing with you. So anyway, the big part that realtors, because we want to talk about the hustle and your expertise, right? Everybody don't know about starting a team. So this is what I just learned. I just got my license a couple months ago, and I learned it was true. Everybody want to be a broker, be a broker, be a broker. But you start working with some brokerage that will say, hey, no, you could be a team lead. Right. Which means now you can manage other realtors under you. You can help them succeed. You manage them. You get compensation from what they do as well as a team.
Off their production.
Out their production. And here's the thing, and this is a little bit of sauce for the hustle. You don't have the liability or the responsibility or the extra 3 years in class for being a broker. Right. So talk about being a team lead, man. I want to really hear about that.
So, I mean, it's almost the same thing. Like, I've shown enough people that I help people, I have the resources, and people gravitate to that. So now it's been a thing of other people want to be a part of it, and people are starting to also learn they don't want to do this alone and try to keep figuring it out. And I'm one of the people that I always tell people, so that's one of my other problems. Like, I'm an open book. If you call me, I'm going to give you the information if I ain't busy. So it's been enough people now, our team, the Good Neighbor Real Estate team, that have realized, like, it's a benefit from hanging around me. It's a benefit from just being in a room with some of the people that I'm in a room with.
Correct. Yeah.
Because, again, if you in a room and just imagine this boy over here, he doing 10 cribs, and you just do one crib, that's one more crib that you didn't have.
Correct.
So now you're able to fast track what took me 7 years, 8 years to do, and
100%.
do it in a shorter time span.
Right.
And then for the people that's just thinking about being a leader, again, make sure your stuff is in order, and make sure you're coming from a place where you're really gonna help them, because people are needy. It's just a fact. People are needy.
It's a lot, man.
And people want the same success they see you having.
So when should the realtor look to become a team lead?
I can't honestly say when, but I'm going to just, or I'll say when you get busy to the point where you can't service everybody, and you can't be 12 places at once. And really what the light bulb for me was, again, me being a dad, I pick my kids up, I take them to school, we go to practice, I coach my kids' sports. So it's like, but all that stuff costs money. So I can't be in all them places with my family and be in the street making money. So I made the switch and the choice. I'm gonna be with my family, but let me put some other people on. Now they got opportunity.
Correct.
Right.
And now I'm still making some bread. I'm not making as much on one deal, but as a collective, I'm making damn near double than what I'm making because I'm
Right.
doing twice the production.
And you got time with your family now.
And I still present with my family. There's one thing my kids, I pray that they never could say like, yo, my dad was here, but he wasn't here.
Right.
Or he wasn't present. Like, no, like my dad was like, people say all the time, like, why? When they see me and not my kids with me, they be like, where you? Like, I could come out the house without my kids.
Right.
Like, no, like we a team. They show houses with me. They go to
Right.
investment properties
Right.
with me. They know my contractors' names. They know who is who.
Right.
And my clients that like I'm really dug in with, they know my clients.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
I
and
think
my
that's
oldest son
one
to tell you, my fault, Vern. My oldest son to tell you, he could break the real estate game down for you.
Yeah.
My youngest son could walk you through a house and take you on a tour.
There you go.
That's what's up.
And I mean, I couldn't do that if it wasn't other people helping me grow. And the biggest thing is, you be like, how Trump make his money, how Gates. They all made their money building teams
that's
and
right.
systems around them. That's why it's just gonna keep rising.
Teams and systems, bro.
Teams. Well, you already know
That's
teams.
big,
and
yeah.
I think that the kid thing too, man. I mean, for me, my kids is 2 and 4, and man, there's no better feeling. I look forward to picking them up.
Right.
I mean, and I look forward to dropping them off. Like,
Yep.
I don't never want that to go. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
But I like, man, as an entrepreneur, you know, an early father, I'm like, man, it's like the best feeling in the world. That this is what's really.
I get paid to take my kids to school.
Right.
It's real, yo. It's real.
And that's
man.
just the goal. I mean, everybody wants to own their time, right? And I think the reason I picked on the team part, and I wish we had more time, because a lot of people who are realtors, when they first get in, they don't understand how you could scale without literally having to get another license, right? They don't understand that, again, and maybe, again, you could, dive into it because you are blossoming, man. I remember, you got to have people you hype for. I remember I was riding. I don't live in the city no more, but I was riding, I guess it was Cobbs Creek.
Cobbs Creek,
I
yup.
was riding on Cobbs Creek. I said, yo, that's my boy on the billboard. My boy on the billboard. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you've been evolving. And so, we're trying to take the negative perspective of being a hustler, right? And flipping it. What do you say you owe to your hustle? Like, what is your hustle and what you do? Like, how hard are you hustling, Lee, to be this successful?
So honestly, it's a full-time grinding. It was funny you said it's a full-time grinding job. It's so crazy that my wife, like just before I left, she said, "You gonna tell them about how you talk about real estate in your sleep?" Last night she said I got sat up in the bed and was talking in my sleep and asked her, "Did we set up the automatic emails?"
Right.
And she was like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Right.
I
Here's
just
the
hope
question.
you
Do you
fall-
remember that?
I told her she making it up.
Oh, wow.
But I do this every once in a while. Like when I'm in grind
probably
mode,
true. Yeah,
it comes out you when you sleep.
Yeah, nah, for real, man. That's
All
you
right,
living,
Carl.
eating it, breathing it,
All
everything.
day.
Yeah.
But no,
Right.
but overall with the hustle part, it's just honestly, it's not even a hustle, it's a lifestyle because this is all I know at this point. Like
Right.
only thing I would say now, I've realized I didn't have to work as hard if I'd again learned some of the fundamentals to different parts of business.
Right.
And I could be maybe gotten here sooner, but even now that elevation just it looks different because some of the stuff that comes with wanting to be the grinder, the entrepreneur, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I really just want to be the setup man and let everybody
Sure.
else do what they do and get to
Sure.
shine.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I just know on the back end I get the phone call in the direct deposit.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's the hustle for me is
Yeah.
the direct deposit.
Deposit.
That's
Yeah,
where I'm
right.
at.
Yeah,
Right,
but
but
you
let-
passed that part of it.
Yeah, like so the
Yeah.
grind. So and I like it because we really still talking about that middle ground, right? So like again, same thing, right? He texted me earlier, yo, I just need a contract. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say hustle, and I want y'all to get that. When we say hustle, we don't mean working extremely hard.
Right.
We mean having the initiative that I'm picking up the phone when I got to pick it up. I'm sending the email when I got to send it.
The
I'm
disciplines.
Not, the discipline.
The
I'm not
disciplines.
lagging in life no more.
Right.
I'm not just letting it come to me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to because we're not trying to make a lot of money and just still be overworked. No, we just talking about. Actually, I think we should say this now in this episode. I really think the hustle is about a mentality. Like I'm
Yeah,
not
it
letting
is.
money stay.
Yeah.
Like I became a realtor because I was tired. I was getting ready. My story is I was getting ready to sell. I was getting ready to sell. You know,
Sell yourself? You
No,
gonna
no,
be on the street?
no, man. I'm gonna go in the street.
you talking about, nigga?
Listen. I can't. Listen.
Wait,
hey,
focus,
listen.
fist,
No,
focus,
let's
focus.
not
no,
go
no.
back. let's go back.
I'm just going through some stuff right now. Everything's
See,
cool.
I told you.
No,
I'm
I'm just.
just.
You already know.
You
No.
was picking out thumbs and all that.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Oh man.
Yo.
Hey Vern,
This guy about
don't
to
do
be
that
out
to
there.
him, man.
All right.
You know, sometimes you can't go too information. I can't go too information.
Right.
Like, yeah, so I'm saying.
But you had to
I was
play.
I was trying to wholesale a play too big to wholesale.
Right.
Yeah.
And they had a realtor,
Yeah.
and it was too big. It was about 700, and I'm like, I can't wholesale that. So for me to get this deal done, I got to get my
your
license.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I was trying to buy something that was too big to buy. Like, so what I'm saying is my hustle was, it didn't overwork me to do it. I just had another strategy, so I didn't leave no more money on the table.
Right.
Like, hustling don't mean you working hard no more. It just means you're working smarter, right, so that you can achieve more. So, like, you still had to hustle to build that team.
Right.
You had to call people, you had to interview people, you have to
right.
move at a different pace. So I think that's really what the hustle is about. Unlocking that different pace, that next gear in people's life, man.
Yeah.
So that you can go from where you know, as I say, you can go from good to great, man. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll just add that the other key thing for me has been everything is urgent. So it's one thing
That's what
where
I'm saying. Right.
you know, you punch your clock, you
Right.
like, I'm gonna get paid regardless. When you depend on you to make your money, being 7 minutes late for something could cost you 10 grand, could cost you 5 grand.
Yes.
When you start getting penalized for your lack of disciplines, your whole attitude start changing.
Sure.
Yeah.
All the clocks in my house is 10 minutes fast. The clock in my car is 15 minutes fast.
Right.
The routine the night before, the routine in the morning, it's the same. Being boring will get you paid, but being disciplined will have your pockets crazy fat.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you.
Wow. Man, let me make sure the button. Just hit the button.
Come on,
to
man.
clap,
Hit the
dog.
button.
Yes, hit the button to that Joe clap, man. You heard? Listen, man. I promise you, man. This has been crazy, man. I think it's been.
It's a delay, man. It's a delay.
No, this is the fingers.
But no, this message was like super, super powerful, man. Because I even got some nuggets for myself that I could take back and implement
Appreciate that.
into my own life, man. And I'm sure the viewers that see this, man, this will definitely touch them, man. Because you know, I'm married, I got children. You know, I'm out here working the business, transportation, and I'm doing wholesaling, man. So I'm trying to learn how to bring all these things together and get them on one common ground, so that way I could be able to.
I can live, right?
I could live. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like I need every part, every aspect of my life to be at a happy place, man.
Right.
So my pockets could be fat. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Fat
And
pockets
listen, let me-
2022.
Yeah,
baby.
let's
let me
go.
say this real quick before we go, because his wife a realtor too in
Okay.
Jersey, right? And we over time, but I want to say this because we need this sauce. Ironically, in our little pre-production, we were talking about how you was like, Dad, you should have probably wore a different shirt. But I'm glad you wore the investor shirt.
Right.
Last thing we can wrap up with, because this is a big thing that I think this is real sauce. We're gonna cut this up.
I got
and This
you.
is gonna be something that's gonna help people.
Right.
How do licensed realtors still wholesale? How do they still invest? How do they still ethically and legally be able to invest and maybe do some of these things that, because it's a big stigma, like, oh, I'm a licensed realtor, so I can't do X, Y, and Z.
Nah, so I know where you're going with
Right,
that. So I'm gonna
right.
tell you, it's tough in the beginning because you chasing the dollar and you like, I made this person that money. I need to make that money, especially on the agent side. You like, I'm only making $3 grand on the commission. That ain't going to change my life.
Right.
So you kind of gotta, to a point, like you said, find a balance. But even in that, build up your pipeline so that you're constantly pushing your investment side. So like, again, hanging out with guys like Vernon and Maurice, I did one house maybe a year or two ago, and I'm like, yeah, I'm hot. I did this. You talk to Maurice, he like, yeah, I'm doing 10 units. You talk to Vernon, like, yeah, I'm doing 8 units, 12 units. You like, but dog, it took me a year to do the one. You like, oh, I got to turn up.
Yeah.
So, now once you get them properties rolling and that money come in, you chilling, because on the agent side, you could focus on the agent side and you not pressed. You're not trying to compete with your clients. So
Right.
I guess to tie it all in to make it make sense, your agent business is going to be your 9 to 5 money. That's going to be what you use just to keep your day-to-day going. The investment business is what's going to make you comfortable. So even if you only buy 2 houses a year, just say you add $500 a month in cash flow each time you buy a house, or you flip 1 house a year and you make 30 grand. Just have that goal as long as you hit it. And then I'm telling you, keep the agent business pumping, because you're going to get leads for the investment side because of the agent business.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You
The
got more
agent business
resource.
really funds
Yeah.
or gives you leads
For
for
the
the investment side.
Yeah.
That's how I bought my first 6-unit building.
Right.
I took a client to go see the building. He didn't want it. I said, you sure you don't want this 6-unit building?
Right.
But it's my guy. I said, yo, you sure? Say no more. I started negotiating. Before I locked it up, I said, yo, you sure? And he said, well, if they want to take it at the price I want it. I said, I already know they don't want it at the price because I submitted my offer at that price.
Right.
So he said, well, I won't pay nothing more. I said, say no more, but I'll pay more.
Right.
And I bought my first 6-unit apartment building last year.
Wow. Yeah, that's right.
And I had to be ethical and honest with him.
Right.
Like,
ethical,
dog,
yeah.
I want this property if you don't want it.
Right.
Right.
So that's why you say everybody hear the sauce. You can't really. It's harder to do it in the beginning because you lose some of that patience when you're hungry. Because when you trying to feed your family, you're like, nah, I ain't calling nobody, I ain't being ethical. I just do what I do.
Right.
And you find yourself get messed up because now somebody can say, hey, as my realtor, you were ethical. You had a fiduciary responsibility.
Right.
You know, so yeah, that makes sense.
You're
man.
not putting me first.
You
So
putting
like,
me first, right.
But, and again, honestly, you'll make more money putting other people on because it comes back to you. When they tell you like, yo,
Yeah.
you know, people don't look out. Nah, you might not get it immediately, but again, I didn't go look for the 6 unit.
Right.
It found me.
Right.
Because I was, when he called, I was ready.
Right. All right, go ahead, Vern.
You know, I agree with you 100%, right? You dropped some jewels today. Fitz been piping me up to get in and showing people how to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? This house right here, you know how much I bought this house for?
30,000 probably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I bought this house like 35,000, yeah. How much is this house worth?
3 something now.
300,000, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Fitz been piping me up. What you saying, right? I think,
But that was like 3 years ago. But still,
3 years, but I think, right, that I think I'm going to probably do like a 30-day free mentorship to anybody and everybody
That want to learn.
You know what I'm saying? Because you motivated me today with that. I think I'm gonna do free 30-day mentorship.
Slow down. We need to put that in the group chat first. We'll talk about that in the group chat.
I
bro.
think so.
Look, let us get it first so we can test it
out.
out.
No. I'm saying
already-
this because good friends save each other, right?
Yeah, save
Because the reality is like,
but my
yeah.
thing is this though, right? Because I hit a point in my career where as though a lot of people call me, Brian, how can I do this? How can I do this? How can I do this? And I've been helping people out from all the time. You know what I'm saying? And but what happened was even with you, that's why I started my Mindset to One thing, right? My podcast, even with you, I was like, man, a lot of people out here, they say they do it, but I know them personally, then they not really doing it.
Right, they're not doing it. Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
And I'm from, and I always took it like, yo, I'm like, I take the street, I'm like, these niggas is faking. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and I know in our business, a lot of people be faking about what they doing and what they got. You know what I'm saying?
That's because social media lets you just click something.
and
You may not could be that bull or that lady. You could be anybody you want on social media, man.
And that
That's the
stopped
crazy
me from
thing.
jumping. That stopped.
I mean, that's why you need friends like Vern. You not fake, man.
No,
you
but
taught
that's
me the game, and I'm doing well. You done, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I'm gonna do something like that, yo, because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? He told me, Frank, go do it, but I'm like, yo, people be so faking.
Yeah, but if you're not fake, bro, just put the player.
So to your point, because I struggle with that even with the social media stuff, and that's why I don't talk about everything on there, but I had to get comfortable with accepting my tribe on social media is going to be my tribe.
Right.
And now I kind of just block all the other stuff. And that's like some of the people, like you said, that we know I got to unfollow them. Because again, I got to keep my mind.
Do you have that follow? I be having to follow people too.
No, I do the unfollow because again, my mental stability
you got to. You'll get, I got 2 questions we got to go. Right? And they real short questions, right? Because we're over time. All right, number 1 is, we said this before, do you got a hit list? Because it's like, it's people, we talked about this in another episode. Hit list mean people that when you was at a lower level, they ain't even they took advantage of you, they ain't give you no time, they ain't do nothing. Now you're like, I'm going to pass them. I'm going to go ahead.
So to your point, yes, I got a few people, like I said, that now they want to double back.
Right,
or even just some people now that like we started together and now that they in a certain position or, whatever social media limelight, now they don't really, they not rocking with me or some of the other people that we all know. Like dog, like no, like I know you know.
Right, I know you know you right.
So it's like it's not necessarily a hit list, but it's like no, like I ain't gonna lie, like I got a couple things I'm a unleash and let you know, like I just don't show you what I'm really doing. Right. But I'm gonna give you a taste though.
We're gonna jump out in a minute.
So
Right.
and that's the other thing about the business on the investment side and the realtor side. Not necessarily a hit list overall, but competition where like healthy competition. Like so, like I said, being around certain people because I work on myself. Right. I'm not mad at anything that Vernon do, you do, or you do, or the next man. Yeah. It more so motivates me to be like, yo, if like that's why I said Reese did the 12 units. oh, I'm gonna do, and I did my
right.
6. So
Right,
now
you
I still got 6 more to go to catch him.
right.
You know what I mean?
You own it. You own it.
KR, Lorenzo, all
yeah,
of them dudes.
yeah,
Like, yo,
yeah,
you be,
yeah.
and you like, yo, but again, it's
Right.
just that personal place of not having that internal,
Yeah.
them internal demons.
Yeah.
And last thing,
that'll
real
hold
quick,
you
just so
back,
people
yeah.
know that you in your space for real. How many doors you own, man? How many units?
So
how many
now
doors?
I'm at 19.
19. Man, clap it up. 19
Wow.
doors, man. 19 doors.
That's big.
What
man.
year did you
That's
start?
big.
So I started first crib with, I think was 2013.
13. So we 8 years.
Yeah, so, and I tell people, short version, I was only buying one house a year.
Yeah.
It's been these last couple of years. So last year alone, I bought the 6-unit, the duplex, and 2 single families.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And you
Before
get that
that-
stride now, it's like
Right, and before that, I was flipping on and off.
Right.
Like I would do a house, flip it, do another house, flip it. And to your point, Vern, because I taught one of the other agents in our office about like flipping and grabbing cribs, they found a deal from wholesaling. They wanted to buy it, but couldn't figure it out. I said, yo, let's partner. We split the profit 60-40.
There you go, yeah.
I get the funding for it. I manage the contractor. The deal was so sweet. I'm not mad at it because, again, that's another deal that I got that I wouldn't have got without that person.
Right,
That's right, man.
And
That's
now
right.
she made the money from that and is doing her own flip. I think
Yeah.
like on 57th in Osage or
Exactly.
58.
Right. Shout
So
out,
you
dope,
know,
man.
if you stop battling certain things, trying to make all the money, you'd be surprised. My
Right.
thing is you always want the money coming full circle.
yeah,
That's right.
gotta-
Big and
gotta-
small.
Gotta share the
Love
wealth,
it,
man. You
Love
got
it,
to.
man. Hey, and
That's
let
the
them know
only
where we
way.
can find you and find your wife. Man.
Yeah.
So on social media, A-Lee Real Estate. On social media is A-Lee Real Estate. Again, ALEE Real Estate. And then my wife's social media for all skincare products, The Glowversity. And then just stay tapped in with me. We just did a home buyer event last Saturday at a church in Overbrook. So please follow my pages. We got networking events. We do the Instagram live interview every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Again, similar to y'all, we're interviewing other investors and business owners in the community that most people don't get to know. So the Thursday lives, the classes, and then the cleanups, like Vernon mentioned, we do a community cleanup every other month in the summer in different neighborhoods. So you like, yo, I want to pick your brain. Don't pick my brain. Come put some work and get dirty with us. Come
Yeah,
to the
that's right,
cleanup.
that's right.
And you going to rub shoulders with all the dudes.
Right.
Or all the females that's making it happen. We got a person that just came from California from coming to our events, and she just bought her first property.
Wow.
Just gotta be around the people, man. That's it. You
around
gotta
the
be.
It's a
around
game changer.
That's right.
You always
That's
want to
right.
be in a room with people that's doing better than you, man. So everybody is so focused on being the best, whereas though they miss our opportunities of people that could teach you something, man. That's why I'm always vulnerable in learning different things for people that's smarter than me, man. I listen to a kid if they got some knowledge.
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
that's good stuff.
So, yo,
man.
listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, listen. That's wrap to showing up.
Yeah, we good, man. Again.
This is my man, Aunt Lee.
Aunt Lee. Yes, sir. West Catholic Finest. We out here.
A-Lee
Really
Real
in the
Estate.
building.
This is the
Dr. House, and I appreciate
the
you
Dr.
guys.
House.
We
Salute
say
to
the doc-
you guys for doing this, though,
Yeah,
man.
man.
This
Yeah,
is
the hustle,
definitely
man.
dope.
It's the hustle. The
And
hustle.
it's a real production in here, y'all.
Yeah,
If y'all
yeah.
can see all of this.
Yeah, we
This
out
ain't no
here.
iPhone stand.
Nah, man, nah.
It's going down in
Get out
here.
of here, man.
Yeah,
The
for
hustle.
sure.
Listen,
That's
I
it.
want to tell people like, subscribe, click notification
Yeah,
button.
There you go.
And see us on all them. I don't know. But
We on road. We out of here.
still, we out of here. It's the
The hustle.
Peace.